Hello everybody and welcome back to Everything Tech, and today we're taking a look at the MacX Video Converter Pro. Now before we jump into this, I'd like to give a big shout out and a big thank you to MacX for sending me a copy of their software. You can find this and another piece of software at MacXDVD.com. The link will be down in the description, and here on their website you can find the MacX DVD Ripper Pro and the MacX Video Converter Pro. You can also download a trial if you so choose, or purchase their software from the site. For more information, again, visit MacXDVD.com. Alright, so let's take a look at what this program has to offer. So here at the taskbar we have our video converter, photo slideshow maker, YouTube downloader, video recorder, screen recorder, and our clear all button. The clear all button will clear every single video that is currently in your queue. This is the queue area here, which is the area where it shows you which video is going to be converted after. Like, let's say I put in 10 videos and it'll show me which ones are being converted. Anyway, here on our gears, we can choose our default language. We can open the output folder after the conversion, so when we're done converting the video, it'll open the folder where it's saved. That way we can drag and drop all our stuff everywhere. So that's a useful feature. Now the feature I don't like is shut down computer after every conversion. By clicking this, the computer will turn off after you're done converting. The next feature is add MP4 files to your iTunes library after conversion. So after you're done converting, let's say a home movie of the kids at the birthday party, it will go into your iTunes library, and you can check for updates always, every day, every week, month, or never. I have it on always. You never know, might miss out on something. Here you can choose which video folder you want to save your stuff at, and snapshots as well, the folders where you want to save all that stuff. So I'm just going to click done. And the little globe here with the arrows, it's for updates, so it checks for updates. It tells me I'm using the latest version. That's good. Here we have the About tab, and it tells me it's a registered copy because I registered this copy. So here you can find the MacX DVD website along with their contact for support in case you do need it. So let's get to number 1, the video converter. Now this is a really cool feature that this program has, and here is a video I recorded over the weekend. So we can either click here and choose where it is, if it's on my hard drive or anywhere else, or you can just drag and drop. I like the drag and drop feature. After you drag and drop, it lets you choose from any profile you want. Now because I've already used this before, it shows me here that the MP4 video H.264 is my last used profile. Now I like this feature very much because there's so much stuff here. Like if I go into BlackBerry and a Nokia and then I choose something here, but then I'm gonna forget that it's there. So recently used profile, it'll show you all your profiles that you've used recently. You can go into generic profiles here and pick out a generic profile if you want to downscale your video to 480p. You want to convert your video to music, any Apple device, Apple TV, 3rd gen, MPEG-4. Different types of profiles here that will suit your needs. Of course, I like the Mac General Video because it keeps your original aspect ratio, so we're going to do video MP4. Now we get to pick the quality of the video. If you want low quality, it's going to encode faster. If you want in the middle, you can keep it there. Or if you want high quality video, it's going to take a little more time, so you just put it there depending on how long you wish to wait, and you just click done. Now you can always click on info and it'll give you the info about the video you have inserted. And in edit, there's a feature here. Now in edit here again, there's a feature that allows you to adjust the volume of the actual video. So if it's too loud, you can turn it down. If it's too soft, you can turn it up. You can also add subtitles to your video if you have the raw SRT file. Trim the video if you want. If you don't want to see the first few seconds of the video or the last few seconds, you can always trim those. You can also crop your video. This part's really cool because you can crop it a 4:3 ratio, 1:1 ratio, or the keep it 16:9 ratio. I'm not going to be cropping this video. And you can also add a watermark. I haven't really worked with this before because I find watermarks to be a little tacky and they distract from the content that you're trying to watch, which is why you don't see watermarks on my videos anymore. Now here are two buttons. Apply to all will apply to this video and any other video insert thereafter, or just done. Done will just apply to this video. Now, I forgot to mention these buttons up here. These buttons will rotate your video, and this one will flip it, which is a really cool feature in case you want to flip your video, or you recorded it upside down. Let's say from a GoPro you recorded it upside down. You can always flip it over like that, and everything should be fine. But I don't want to do this now, so I'm gonna go ahead and done. So after going through all of that, I like to click on use high quality engine because it starts pushing the software so you get the best quality image. Deinterlacing is only if you shot it at, let's say, 1080p or 720, that means 1080i, or it's interlaced. So deinterlacing will fix that and convert it to 1080p, 720p depending. I never use safe mode, but it's there if you want to. Now CPU cores, you can either choose 1 core, 2, 3, or 4 cores. That's how many CPU cores you want to dedicate to the processing of your video. Now please keep in mind that if your computer is a dual core processor, do not use 4 cores. Use dual core or 1. And if your computer like mine is a quad core processor, I don't recommend going the full quad cores because it's going to get really slow. Unless you're running it on a Mac Pro with an octa-core processor, then maybe you can run it and not suffer any slowing. But again, I like to keep it at 4 if I'm not doing anything, or at 2 if I'm going to be working on my computer. So I'm going to keep it at 4, and you can choose the output library if you want just by clicking on browse and save it to the desktop and whatnot. And then you just click run and it starts doing it. Here it tells you how many frames per second it's processing at. Here it tells you the remaining time in the video. Of course it will go up higher, so expect that to reach around 20 minutes depending. 20 minutes for me for the 10-minute video, but I'm going to go ahead and stop because I already did this. And here is our output folder. I'm gonna go ahead and erase this before it confuses us all, but the original file is right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this and we can move on. The slideshow maker, I never really managed to understand how to use it, and I'm not going to use it because I don't find it used to it. But the video downloader, it's a really cool feature that is implemented in this program. It allows you to link a video. Let me see if I still have the link copied on my dashboard. Yes, I do. And just copy and paste your video link here. It's going to analyze the video. And it lets you pick what resolution you want to download it at. Here I have it at 1080p, H.264 MP4 video. But you can also download 4K videos somewhere around here. I think the native resolution of this video is 1080p. But here you can see 2160p, 1440p, and I think I did release this video in 4K. I don't remember, it's been a while. But yeah, download 1080p. Then you click OK, and here's our video. Then, after this, you just click download now, and it begins to download your video. And then it says finished and open. And here it is. We can play it if we want. And there's our video. I used my own video, but you can use whichever videos you want. I use mine for copyright reasons. And here, this next button cleans up everything that you've downloaded. It doesn't erase it, it just cleans it up. Here's a trash, so you can erase it in case that's not the video you want. And here is a preferred setting format: MP4, WebM, FLV, or 3GP. Whichever one you choose. I like MP4 because it's a universal codec, meaning it works both on Mac and PC. And my preferred resolution, well, all my videos are mostly in 1080p, and I don't have any 4K TV, so why should I put it at 4K? I'll keep it at 1080. So we click done, and that's the video downloader, the YouTube downloader. Now if you want to get out of here, just click the X button and you go back. Now here is the video recorder. Should be able to see me in just a second here, and you can see the waveforms right here of audio. Hey everyone, and this is the video converter, not the video converter, I mean the camera, so you can see me through my computer's camera. And you can just click record here. Here's our time code, and here is our folder, and this is where our export will go once we're done. Here at the wrench, we can use built-in microphone to record our audio. Video device, if you have any other camera connected to the program, it'll read it here, but if we don't, so we use our FaceTime HD camera. Pick our resolution, and because my camera's resolution only does 720p, I'll keep it at 720p. Now we can adjust the volume here, And remember that if we go too loud, our waveforms are going to go too loud. As you can see here, the bars are already peaking. So we like to go a little lower. And you can see here that the volume is a little bit lower. And you can also add to auto convert list. So it converts the video automatically to MP4 if you want. You can open the file when it's done recording and show it in Finder when it's done recording. You can also click on that, but this is a feature I'm not really going to use. So we click on done. If you want to get out again, here is the X. Click on the X that's right there. Alright, the next feature on the list, and the feature that I was most excited about, was the screen capture software. Here, the screen capture software, we are presented with a live view of our display. That way we know what we are recording. If we have a dual display, of course, we can record this display and then move this over to our secondary display. We'll be able to see everything we're recording, which is really cool. Some other programs do not have that. Here we can click on the tool and we can pick which area we want to record at. So if we want to record that little space there, if we wanted to record, let's say, just the program alone, I can just fit this to the program, click on start recording, and it'll only do this program here. But if we move this out of the way, it'll keep that little square there. If you want to go back to full screen resolution, just click on keep full screen and you go back. You click on that folder again, it opens the output folder, so you see all the video files you've recorded to make sure you haven't downloaded the same ones over and over. Alright, so the gear here, session preset, you want to keep it on high if you want to release a high quality video. My max frame rate, I put it at 30 because we don't want the default to be 10 frames per second. We don't want our videos to be 10 frames a second, so we keep it at 30. Audio device. You can either click on, I have installed it already, but if you click on system sound, you will download a driver. Just click install driver and it installs it in the background, and you can just pick it from here. And I'll get to this part in just a second. You can do a countdown like many other programs. They have their own countdown. I like to turn this off because I don't want to wait. I just want to get to it. Capture mouse clicks. I'm not sure if you're all familiar with this, but you see that people are clicking in their videos and you see like a little ball, a little strobe or whatever. This captures the mouse click so you know what you're clicking on. Open recorded movie when the recording is finished. This is the same thing as a converter. It'll open the video once you're done recording, so you know where it is, so you can review it. And add recorded movie to converted list. If you want to convert it to a smaller size or a certain format, you can do so through here. So click done. And that's it for the MacX Video Converter Pro. And I believe that's it for the toolbar here, except the delete button and the gears, which I think we went over already and all this stuff. Now let's get to what I think about the program. Alright, so this program to me has a certain list of pros and cons. The pros are that it works as advertised, which should be the main deal. It works as advertised, you can convert, you can screen record, it works. That's the purpose of it, it works. And it advertises everything it should, and it does it decently. The only thing is, this is meant for amateurs, and I'll get to that in just a second. So let's take a look at this first icon here, the video converter. I'm gonna go ahead and drag this in. And as soon as we drag in our video, we see the number one problem. All this clutter. I really wish it was more downscaled to less of all of this. Like, MP4 will easily work on each and every single one of these. So I don't know why you need to convert for iPad or iPod or Apple TV if MP4 will work on all of those. Or for Android. I'm sure Android can play MP4. And over here an exported video came out, so I'm sorry about that. But here, Samsung Pad, of course MP4 will also work with this. The only thing that won't work is MOV. That's the only reason you would convert if you recorded something on MOV and want to convert it to MP4, which can easily be done by going to Mac General Video. Here's MP4, and what I like about this profile here, the number one profile I use, you can either choose between these two. This is MPEG-4 and this is H.264. I like to use either or. I used this one already, so I know it works. And what I like about this is that it keeps the resolution at original. It keeps the stock resolution. General profiles, MP4 video, it's not H.264, it's not, or it is MPEG-4, but you keep your resolution at 720 by 480. For those of you who don't know what a 720 by 480 is, it's standard DVD resolution. So you're going to get a square. All your videos are going to come out in square, which really isn't that appealing if you have HD TVs all over your house or you're playing it on your computer. So I like the Mac General Video MP4 or MPEG-4, whichever one of these two. Now I wish they had more complicated sliders because this is just too easy. It's good that it's just too easy because sometimes I don't want to deal with choosing everything, so just high quality or low quality, but it'd be nice if we had a button here for advanced settings for those of us who know how to deal with this. That way it'll appeal to a more wider area of expertise. So I like to keep that on high quality, even though it's going to take a lot of time. I prefer high quality over low quality. So that out of the way, let's get to editing. So I muted my video. I like everything here. I like that you can adjust your volume, add subtitles if you do have the raw SRT file. You can trim your video, so you just get it out of the way. You don't have to put it in your video editor. You don't have to do anything of that. And the crop. This is my favorite feature because sometimes I want to crop a video that has letterboxed and crop it to 16:9 so it fills my display. But the watermark, I don't really use it, so all this stuff can really remain there. And it's good that it's simplified because sometimes they overcomplicate it to the point where you just don't get it. So this I love. So here we are in the gear. Again, I just clicked on this gear here. And here you can choose your output file again if you don't like the output file you have. And you can choose your bitrate. Now this is already preset. You cannot choose your bitrate. That's the thing I don't like. The other program I use lets you choose your bitrate, although it doesn't really matter whether you choose a bitrate or not. Frame rate, I recorded at 60 frames per second, but this one only goes up to 30. I wish it went up to 128 or 120 frames per second because that, or 240, because most cameras record up to that frame rate. This one is only limited to 30, and I don't want to downscale it to 30. So I can always keep it at original, but I'd like to select it so it forces it to keep that frame rate. Sometimes you can have frame rate drops because of that, as well as your resolution. It only goes up to 1920 by full 1080p HD, but then it goes up to 1200. I wish it went up to like 4K because that's usually the standard, and most people would like to convert their phone videos so they can put it on iTunes, on YouTube. So I like to force my resolution because I've had instances where the resolution is lowered to between 720 and 1080, and I didn't do anything here. I just kept that original, and it does it. So I can always click on customize and force it to keep 1080p. And aspect ratio 2, I like to force it to keep that way I know I'm getting what I'm asking for. And of course I can't really change this except for this. I can choose 4800 at 320 kilobits per second and 2 channels. I'm sure there's other video codecs out there that allow you to pick 2 channel, 4 channel, 5.1 channel, sample rates and all this stuff, but because this video is already pre-made, it uses what it has. So again, you can click OK and apply to all. Now we do have some room here to add another advanced features button. I really wish you guys added that in the actual program, to have an advanced features button that allows those of us who know what we're doing to tweak and personalize our video to our liking. Because sometimes I don't want to have 1080p video. I want to downscale my 4K video to 1080. Although I can do it through here, I'd like to have the ability to adjust it to my resolution, much like other programs do. So I'm just going to click OK. The conversion time is pretty long. I like to dedicate at least 4 cores when I'm not doing anything, or 2 cores if I am doing something. But I really like this feature, as well as deinterlacing, because this camera that I shot this with, it shoots at 1080i, so deinterlacing really makes it better for YouTube and the high quality engine. I never really use safe mode or merge all. Merge all, what it does is have all the videos you have here in your queue, and it will merge them together as one file. The photo slideshow maker, I'm not really going to use it, so I'm not going to go over it. The YouTube downloader, this is really cool because I'm tired of using online YouTube downloaders to download, let's say, some green screen footage that I may need, or a song that I may need that is in the public domain, classical song. I can always link it up here, analyze it, and download it, and it'll download to my computer, and it'll download really quickly. Other sites is like, you need to put in your email, you need to email it to yourself, you need to do this. So this is really cool to have, and I like how you can choose your resolution here and your ideal output file. So that's a plus in my book. Alright, so we're back and the program did just crash. I'm not sure why. I will be sending an error report to MacX to see what really happened so we can fix it. It's always good to send them something like that because they're never going to find out what's wrong with their program if you never tell them there's something wrong. So moving along, this feature here, the video recording feature, of course, I might use it when I want to do my channel update videos because it makes it really easy to do. The screen recorder. Now this is where we hit a lot of bumps and hopefully the program doesn't crash again. It might crash because I'm out of RAM. I am running a screen recorder and Final Cut Pro in the background, so that's probably taking a huge chunk out of my RAM. Now here is a number one downside and the thing I was really having so much hope for and I really wanted to use because I wanted to eliminate one of my programs, and that is audio device. I cannot record my system audio while I can hear it on my computer. Now that doesn't make any sense at all, but I want to be able to be recording sound from my computer, but at the same time I want to be able to hear it. This one doesn't really let me do it. If I want to do that, I have to go into settings, and once in here I have to go to my sound and my output. I have to change it to the MacX system audio capture. That way the program receives audio. I'm not sure if there's another way of doing this while receiving output from the audio and recording it at the same time, but this one sadly doesn't have it and I wish it did. So that's one major downside because I was really looking forward to this program for this feature. I really was excited about it, but I do like that you get to pick your recording area in case I don't want to record this whole area here. Let's say I just wanted to record the MacX video converter and on the side here have notes that you probably wouldn't be able to see. But yeah, I do love the screen recording feature. I will be using it when I'm doing tutorials on how to do certain things on the computer that don't require sound. So that I will be using it for. So you will probably be seeing this a lot more often now. And that's it for this program. I am going to be using it. I'm excited to actually find out how to use it. It does have several drawbacks, but I can always find my way around them because that's what we do. We find ways to go around certain things if we want to learn to use something new. I really love this program. I would recommend it to the average user who doesn't have an idea what bitrate is because this is super simple to use, like so easy. That's why I felt a little disappointed that it didn't have advanced features because here you just pick, drag the slider, done. You want high quality, you want to deinterlace your video and you're done. Click run and it starts doing it. That's how easy it is, and that's the thing I love. Now if we could get rid of this button here because someone's going to click on that and it's not going to be pretty, that when they're done with their conversion and the computer turned off, they're going to be scared. So I do like that the output folder also opens and it shows you your videos that you have converted. I like that it opens so I can always drag and drop to the desktop. Most people will have a hard time trying to find where their program's output and they don't understand these types of things like, oh, what's this? But again, I do know where it is, and for those of you who don't, you just want to go into your computer, movies, and Mac video library, and this is where all your stuff will be. I dragged everything out so it's no longer there, but yeah, this is what it's going to look like. So if you do want to download this program or the DVD Ripper, you just want to go to MacX Video or MacXDVD.com. Right now they're holding a 5th anniversary savings of 70% off their DVD Ripper and their video converter. You can download the trial. If you like what you see, you can always purchase it. When you do purchase it, you're going to receive an email in your inbox and it's going to tell you, or it's going to give you the user guide along with the code you're going to use. And when you do get your code, there will be a lock right here. You click on it, it's going to ask you if you want to register it. You put in your key and it's registered. You should be good. Now if you do run into problems, you can always go here and email them at support@macxdvd.com. So I think that should cover it for today. Thank you all for watching. Please check out MacXDVD.com for more about this program. Again, thank you all for watching and see you in the next one.